Right, back on the B31. What I need to make is a new backplate and cover. This was the one that was on there, which in fact that is off there as well, spacer, which I had to make up because this is all bodged together. That's actually a piece of old road sign there. Got some little bits of damage here, but because I've got the Ned dry clutch on here, I just want to make something a little bit neater than that. And I've seen this before, but that's the original cover which I made to go on there, which has got all these holes round, which I don't really like, too many fixings. So what I have is a piece of aluminium round bar to make a new, because I need to stand this off a little bit. The clutch, I'm going to have to put it back on just to see exactly where it sits, but it sits back here somewhere. So what I need to do is make a plate, or make a standoff here similar to this one. This one I actually made out of a piece of square, I think it was, and turned it. So I've got a template. I just need to clean that up a bit, which will give me the fixings, and well, diameter is not critical really, but as long as it's roughly that size, which I think this is a little bit smaller diameter, but that won't really matter. It's going to be big enough anyway. Yeah, so I need to make a thicker one of these, so I've got something to actually fit the back plate to. So if we went sort of flat across from there, from that edge, takes us to about there somewhere. So I think what I might have to do is just fit the clutch back on, see how much room I've got there. I know where the front sprocket goes. Goes against these spacers here. Yeah, so once I know that, I can then work out how thick this needs to be. Bore a hole in the middle, out to size, to slip over there, and drill the fixing, or the through holes for the fixing bolts. Yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, I'll put this clutch back on and see exactly where that sits. Right, so I've just put the clutch hub back on, and there is actually quite a bit of space behind there. It just looks as if it goes onto the taper part, and then the back is where it goes straight, on the straight shaft bit there. So put a straight edge on there. That is pretty much in line with these spacers. Just, that's a rules width in from that. So if I take my I'll make my new piece here, the depth of, say, up to that first spacer, thickness of the back plate off there will be about right. Yeah, so I'll have to have a measure up, see what that is, and then I can start turning that down. Yeah, I also need to work out how far back I need to come diameter of this, diameter of the front pulley. Yeah, so I can calculate how big my plate needs to be on there. Yeah, but first thing will be this part. So I got this set up in the external jaws. So first thing to do is just be to face this off, might then flip it over. Do the other side. I won't take it down to depth. I think I worked out this has got to be about 20mm deep. This is 25 at the moment. I think I'll wait until I've bored the centre out and then take it down to depth. Yeah, let's just give it a little bit of a see how she's running. Bit of a burr on the edge there, the sound of that. Just a very light pass to start with. See if we can get any surprises. That sounds good. Right, let's just move this camera around a bit and get a different angle. Right. Might be right there. Go have a look and see how we go. Speed up a little bit. And some needles and nose pliers really. Yeah, let's find some pliers. Bit gummy. That'll do. Right. Peel it off there. we'll just flip that round and have a go at the other side. Right, that's both sides faced, so now I need to get a centre hole in there and drill it out as much as I can with whatever size drills I've got, and then I can get the boring bar in and start opening this up. 64mm I think it is, which will give me enough clearance. Then I can drill the holes, and well, actually probably before I drill the holes I'll probably put the normal jaws in, grip it from the inside, and might just face this, or turn the outside of this, give that a little bit of a better look. I just want to skim, I don't want much taken off really. Yeah, so I'll get set up to start drilling. Yeah, WD-40. Fill that in a minute. Right, I think that should give me enough of a diameter in there to get the boring bar in. So we'll get that set up and take it from there. Right, so that will easily go in there now. I'll just get that in there. So we're all clear. Touch that off, take it out, and then we'll start cutting. Probably take the speed up a little bit. Right, somewhere around there. Right, let's give that a go. This boring head does a weird thing. It seems boring bar seems to cut on the way out and not on the way in. Let's give that a little bit more depth of cut. That's more like it. Right, let's just have a little check, see where we are. 56, 64 is what we're after, and rather a lot of mess there. I'll keep going. Yes, a few more passes yet, and I just got to keep checking that now so I don't get too carried away. And yeah, it's get quite warm. Right, let's just do a little. Oh, that's through. .62. So get in there. The thing I've really got to watch now is getting dangerously close to the jaw. So I might even have to set this out a little bit, just get some parallels behind and push it out a little bit, just to make sure I don't knock these jaws. Yeah, that is that is almost actually on there. It's probably 1/2 mil, and that'll be on the jaw, so I think I will do that. I'll just get some parallels behind there and reset that. Right, so I did just get these two parallels just behind there, reset that. So I've got a little bit more of a gap here. I've just done one pass on there. We're now at 63.3, which is actually big enough to go over the boss, but I want a little bit of wiggle room, so I think we'll just give that another pass and another measure, and I think that will be it. A bit on there. Look. Well, there's plenty there. 64.31. Oh, I knocked it a little bit, but yeah, 64.31 that was. So that will do that. So next thing will be to reduce the depth. So I'll change the tool over and I'll do that. bit to go yet, but we're getting there. Another 1/2 mil, and we'll be spot on. Don't really need to be this accurate, but 20.06. Or 20.05. Yeah, I mean that'll do really. That doesn't need to be terribly accurate really. Right, let's just take the air off. Right, so what I need to do now is swap the jaws over to internal, clamp it on the inside, and then I can just tidy up. Just run over this outside though, doesn't really need it, but yeah, why not. Right, so that's set up on the other jaws. It is only just clamped in there, because again I'm close to the outside, or close to the jaw there where I want to be machining, so I did just actually use some parallels to set the gaps, so that should be running true. Not really critical, because the only thing that really matters is the face there, these two faces. This is just to pretty it up a little bit, so let's just get that to where we need to be. Now a few little knocks and things on the outside of this billet, so this will just tidy that up a bit. Nothing else. I think we can take the speed up a bit. I don't want to take too much off because it is pretty much the right diameter, so this is just really to tidy up the outside. Yep, that's pretty much there. I think I will just run a file over the edges, and apart from the holes, that bit will be done. Right, so that's where that will be going on there. Obviously need the screw holes as yet. I'm now thinking that I might take another millimetre off the depth. This roll is about 2 mil thick. If I put that on there, it doesn't give a great deal of gap here. Now, this isn't pulled on, remember, this is just sitting on here. So by the time that's pulled on, that could then be, because I'm using 3 mil plate at the back, that could then become a little bit too close to there, I think. So I might just take another mil off that. That's not a problem, that can soon be done. Then I need to set this up in the milling machine and do these holes. Alright, there we are, that's down to 19 mil now. So that should give us a little bit more in the way of wiggle room. Yeah, I think that'll be okay there. We've got what? Not the most accurate way of doing this, but really want edge that way. If we can just, oh yeah, there we go. That's what we got. Looks like about 6 mil there, so 3 mil for the plate. That should give us about 3 mil clearance, which I think will be okay. I can always take a bit more off there if need be, but I think we're good with that for now. I'll get them holes in there. Yeah, I'm wondering whether I should counterbore the 3 fixing bolts. I have to see what size they are. Yeah, they ain't going to be long enough, are they? So I'm going to have to get some cap heads with that thread on, if I can. So I want to counterbore them. And then I'll have 3 other separate fixings for the plate. So that can be left on if you ever need to take the plate off. And then just attach the plate to that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.